All right. Good morning, teacher and fellow students. Today, me, you, and Mikey are gonna talk about goals 4 and 11, which are bettering the education and making more sustainable cities. My friend Mikey is gonna start first.
Okay, so sustainable cities, the reason why it's important is because it's going to make cities more sustainable and better for the future. It'll lower the environmental effect that they have, and it'll also make it easier for people to have a better quality of life.
And the importance of education is the basis of the future of the whole world. Education will make better presidents, better doctors, better teachers, better everything. It will make for a more progressive future. And I think it's one of the most important things out there.
I think that the education is also obviously important, but before you have a good education, you need a good infrastructure. And the only way to do that is by following the goal 11 so that we can create the better infrastructure, have better tools, and have also other things like public transportation become more effective. Because a large issue with education is that a lot of students can't even access schools or places where they can receive the attention that they need.
I think that that comes involved with education, like the better of cities, because you have to have better education to make it more sustainable in a way. Because if you have a group of people that make the city better, but the education is quite lacking, in the future it will all just collapse and it won't be better.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it needs to be administered well, but it's like which one would come first, making the cities better or having the education be better? Because I think you can't have better education before you have a better infrastructure.
That's true. I think they go quite hand in hand, but I think bettering education is much easier, and it will be easier to actually implement it before making sustainable cities, because that's a long-term project. And bettering the education, of course, isn't gonna be day and night, but it is quite easier. I would suggest one of the solutions I have in mind is just I think schools don't have enough funding, I would say. Not funding, but like, first, pay teachers more, because it's a job that doesn't really pay that well, and well, a lot of people don't want to be it because of that reason. And the people that are doing it sometimes don't put as much effort into it because of the pay. So I think that that's one of the most important aspects to consider.
Yeah, I think like what Mauricio said is true that it's gonna be making a sustainable city, I think is something that's more obtainable in the short to medium term. Um, like in time, like it can be done in the next few years. But when you're making the education better, it's more of a long-term investment because the generations that are being taught right now aren't gonna become the presidents or the people that run the government until like 30 years from now. So I think that I agree with Mauricio that I have solutions for sustainable cities, but at the end of the day, it's more important to first focus on education.
I'm glad you agree with me, Mikey.
Yeah. So yeah, in conclusion, goal number 4, which is making education better, we think is the better goal and the one that we're going to continue focusing on for the next partial.
Exactly. Very important. Very important.
Thank you.